alone. A part of me went with you the day God took you home. If tears could build a stairway and heartaches make a lane, I'd walk my way to heaven and bring you back again. In life, I loved you dearly. In death, I love you still. In my heart, you hold a place no one could ever fill. I love you, Camella Jean. That's from Camella.
Amen. We will continue. Megan Clark and Stephanie Lee. Megan Clark, followed by Stephanie Lee at this time.
I just wrote down some things that stuck out in my mind about Kelley. One thing is when she was younger, before she had gotten sick, she was kind of like my church buddy. She would always ask her parents, and I said, look at Auntie Maggie is what her name was. And she would come and sit with me during service, and then through that we learned, she had to shoot more vocal about being strong with what she wanted, but I had my own in maybe a quieter way, but we kind of had our, but it was nice to be able to, have that relationship with her and just silly things we did. One time she had come over to the house and I don't know if I was doing conditioning my hair or whatever, but I had a conditioning cat, so we got her one too, so we got a picture of us with her, whatever. And another thing that was kind of special to me, like during church, it was hard, it was like a rare thing, especially when she was younger, to go to sleep with anybody else. Like, she would go to sleep with her mom, but like, if she came to sit with you, she wasn't going to sleep. So at one time, I conquered it, and she was asleep. So those are just a few things. And then also that she had a special bond with my dad. She would be so excited, like sometimes like, Dad, you gotta be quiet, like when services start, but they had their thing going on, and that was very special. And thanks to the family for looking out and shit.
My name is Stephanie. Liz was my mentor growing up, and she was my youth group leader. And she just sacrificed so much for me. She would drive me to Leaders of Tomorrow every day or every month for competitions and things. And the first glimpse of Cammy I got was when we were here in Columbus for a competition. And we arranged to meet with Liz during the break of the first and final round. And I remember just walking out of the side of the Ohio State building, and I saw her come out the car. I was like, why is her shirt loose? And then as I got closer, I saw like Cammy in her belly, and I was just like, oh my goodness. And ever since then, I was like, just wondering how can I be involved in her life. I remember I was in high school at the time, and I was working at Shoe Carnival, and I came across these pink and purple Nikes in the baby section, and they were too big for her, but I was like, well, she'll be in them eventually. I don't want to like risk getting too small of a size, and I sent them, and then she gave me the picture of her wearing them. The Cammy was just like one of the most curious and confident little girls like you'd ever run across. When we went to the Ohio State Capitol building and toured there, and she's all in the Supreme Court seats of Ohio, standing up there. We went and played mini golf, and again, just as confident that she could win, had her own putt and ball, and was playing right along with us. We got ice cream, but my favorite memory is when it was me, Auntie, and Liz we were visiting, and we were playing apples to apples, and Cammy wanted her own hand. She wanted to play right along with us. And apples to apples, the game is that the green card has a statement, and then you have red cards, and you try to do the funniest statement or the statement that's most logical with the green card. And every time, at every turn, you get to be the judge and pick the best card. And every round, we were picking Cammy's card. And I was like, Cammy, was that really your card? Like, are you serious? And she won the game at the end of it. And we were like, are you serious? Like, she just beat 3 grown women at apples to apples. But, Cammy, I'll miss your high energy and your loving spirit. You had such an impact in your 4 years. And you went through more than I could ever imagine in just my 21 years. While I wish you were here, it gives me peace to know that you're no longer in pain, and now your curious spirit is discovering the streets of gold and the mansions and visiting, talking with Moses and all of the saints that have gone before that you've read about in her storybooks. Now she's actually meeting them.
Right.
And it's just comforting to know that in the end, when we all do meet God, her judgment is going to be so quick. He's going to be like, you did exactly what you came here to do. You fought really hard. And just go on and enjoy the rest of what eternity has to offer. And I love you.
I think that's one thing we could all agree. Cammy was busy. Energizing button, you know that thing that used to come, you banging on the drum, whatever. That was Cammy. Sometimes we speak it with Bruce and he say, wait a minute, Cammy? Wait a minute, Cammy? Just all through the conversation. So she was busy. But we'll proceed with our speakers here. We have a Kate Eccles, followed by Caitlin Gibson at this time.
I am honored and saddened at the same time to stand before you today to express my condolences and thoughts. As a mother and grandmother, I must say I can't even imagine the hurt and pain of losing a child. Sister Liz and Brother Bruce, I want you to know that if there's anything that we can do for you, just let my husband and I know. As I was getting ready to come to Springfield for Brother Charles's homegoing, I get a text from Sister Liz, and when I opened it up, it said, pray for Cammy now. And that word now sounded pretty urgent, so immediately we went to prayer asking God to show mercy. On our way to Springfield, I rode with Cousin Betty and Brother Lamar. We continued to pray again, calling on God to intervene. And of course, as the day went by, I was texting Sister Liz and asking her how she was doing. And her last response to me was, she's struggling, but we believe God is about to work. And I said, praise God. After Brother Charles's funeral, I had to rush back home because my daughter-in-law was in the hospital about to deliver. And so while we're waiting in her room, that's when I get a call. And they notified us that Cammy had passed. And of course I was overwhelmed with emotions because, you know, just coming from a funeral, my daughter, she was in labor for about 24 hours, and then finding out that a mother had lost her child, you know, of course I broke down myself. And one of the nurses that was in the room with us, she said in so many words that God gives these special little gifts to certain people for a reason or a purpose. And there's also a passage in one of my devotional books that I was reading to let me know that God was in control. And it reads, everything that happens to you is either ordained by God or allowed by God. Everything that touches your life must first pass through His hands before it intersects with you. And somehow, He funnels it all towards a glorious outcome for your good in which His name is praised. to be praised. So if we can trust him, accepting what we can't and don't understand, you may just see that he's only diverting us into the center stage of his will. Because we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to those who are called according to his purpose. She is now in Jesus' arms. I must say that Cammy has left her little handprint on my mind and my heart. In this space of time, which has forever changed for me. Like I told Sister Liz, you may have carried her for 9 months and gave birth to her, but she is a gift to us all. May God bless you, Kelley family. And just like I say, if you want something you never had, you got to do something that you've never done. And I say to all of us, let's live, laugh, and love a little bit harder and not lose faith and not lose hope, because life is too short for anything different. May God bless and uphold you, and we love you. And as I said before, if there's anything we can do, let us know.
Keaton Gibson present. If not, we will proceed. Our next speakers will be Titus Beard and Abigail Salisbury at this time.
Kelley was a special individual. I remember she always smiled, even smiled through pain and suffering. She always was so energetic. Remember one time she was talking to my sisters, and she was in Clarissa. She would, and Korea said, well, what's his name? And she forever could not get my name. And then finally she said Titus, and I was like, oh, that's sweet. I was so happy that she finally could get my name down. Yeah, she was a special individual. Kelley family is a special family to me and my family. I have this poem I wanted to share. I had another different name for it, but then I looked at it in detail. I changed the name and kind of edited it a little bit, but it's called The Answer Is. Just hope that it is a blessing. This is mainly for the family and friends that are hurting and whatnot. So I just pray that it is a blessing. It's entitled The Answer Is. Is there any hope for me? Is there any way from this pain I can find relief? You see, trouble seems to come like the sunrise as they always appear, and they make you question if God is actually near. North, south, east, west, trouble on every side. It seems as though comfort will not be present in your life. Will God ever come and relieve you of this thing that pierces your heart? I think it's called pain. It feels like the only option is for grief to stay. Whether you look to your left or look to your right, it seems like defeat will always be your plight. And the question continues to weigh on you. Is there any hope for me? Is there any way from this pain I can find relief? I understand this question weighs on you, but remember that God has brought so many saints in history through. I would be here for hours if I named each one, so I will just mention some highlights. Recall how God came through for Joseph time after time. You see, he was treated poorly by his brothers because it appeared he was loved more than the others. Then he was sold into slavery, but then was named captain of Potiphar's house. But then he was excused. He spent 2 years in prison for a crime he didn't even do. But recall that even through that, God brought him through. Recall that the Israelites were enslaved, experiencing so much sorrow and woe. So God told Moses to tell Pharaoh, let my people go. Pharaoh's heart was hard, so he said no. But God sent 10 plagues. Then Pharaoh couldn't resist saying no. So soon, Moses and the Israelites got away. Job literally lost everything. He lost his servants, animals, and most of his family. But Job held tight to his faith because he knew God would rescue. But it feels like that God has forgotten about you. And the question continues to weigh me. Is there any hope for me? Is there any from the pain I can find relief? I'm here to tell you that the answer is yes. You ask, is there hope? Yes. Well, Titus, is there joy? Yes. Well, come on, is there peace? Yes. Well, is there comfort? Yes. Well, is there strength? Yes. Is there faithfulness from God? Yes. Is there contentment? Yes. Is there a calm in the midst of the storm? Yes. Is there relief? Yes. Is there rest? Yes. It may be a mystery, finding, scrapping, and searching for these beautiful words. But with God, the tool to solve that mystery is prayer. And God will be there for you because he loves you, and for you, he cares. Yes, I understand you asked this question, is there any hope for me? Is there any way from the pain I can find relief? I'm here to tell you the answer is yes. Through the power, comfort, and faithfulness of Almighty God, there is hope for you. There is a way from me you can find relief. You asked if you can find relief, and the answer is yes. My father passed away 9 years ago, so I know what it's like to lose a loved one. But I just want to tell you that in the midst of my storm, I found relief. And you asked if you can find relief, and the answer is yes. Thank you for your time.
I'm Auntie Abby, as Kim used to call me. So I was asked by the family to say some words on behalf of Candy, or as I called her, my baby. So I just kind of wrote whatever. So Candy was beautiful, outgoing, spirited, carefree, and energetic. Those would be just a few words to describe Candy. Cammy and I, as I like to say, fellowship, because we were so much alike. The way she expressed herself, her energy, and being extra dramatic for sometimes no reason, just her whole personality. As I sit here and think of what to say to honor her little life, I have no words adequate enough to express the deep gratitude that I have to have known and loved her. I felt so special whenever her dad would come over to help care for Brother Charles when he was sick. She would ask to come with him just so we could hang out. Although I could tell she was in pain at times, she would come and I would just be so happy to see and hold her. So like whenever she was younger, like a baby, she would ask her mom to like come sit with me, and her mom's like, you can go sit with Abby if you don't cry. So like the whole time she's there, I'm looking at her, she's like starting to cry, and I'm like, don't do it. and then sometimes, we fail, and then she goes back with her mom. But I would miss her and her bright smile and energetic personality. And then there's like a poem that I thought was fitting. So it says, words are so feeble in moments like these. Life is so precious and death such a thief. The depth of your pain I cannot comprehend, but I'll stand alongside you in the darkness, my friend. And then to Sister Liz and Brother Bruce, I love you both dearly, and I will be right here.
We're thankful for those kind words from those special speakers. Let's give them a light hand here. Takes some courage sometimes to come up here. If you don't think so, you try it. But at this time, we want to leave room for those family and friends. We want to leave room for you to share some of the memories and things that with Cammy and the family. We only ask that you be considerate of others. She's touched all of our lives, hasn't she? Definitely has, and we want to be conscious of others here. As you come, you may come the same way the others came. A seat here, and that way it will be large gaps between speakers. At this time, we want to turn it over, and you may come. I think the family's requested maybe 2 minutes. Okay? We may begin.
Good evening. I'm Wanda Keaton, and I'm Cammy's Sunday school teacher. I just want to say I really loved her. She called me Cammy Mama. And I just want to say she had very precious parents. And at first, me and Cammy didn't hit it off. But after a while, we did hit it off. We did it all after a while. She comes to Sunday school, she loves Sunday school class. So I just want to say I appreciate her parents and I appreciate knowing Cammy.
Everything that was said about her energy and excitement and all that, and I can certainly say that she left that impression just in the little bit of time that I got to be with her. But I want to say that Liz, very special to our family. As we stated before, she was a youth leader in Joliet, and she poured into our young people. My daughters in particular, Brother Kevin and Sister Vicki, dear to my heart, been friends since we were teenagers. And I just want to say that you definitely have our love and prayers. I love this family. I just want you to know that we share in your loss, that we care about how you feel, and just truly thankful to be able to have got a chance to know Cammy and all the beautiful memories that she's left behind, and the stories that will be told over and over again. I know that the memory of her will never be lost. It's not often that a person can only be in this world for 4 years and leave such a dynamic impression. And so I know that God did that for a reason, and He definitely has what it takes to see you all through this difficult time of adjustment. But God's grace is always sufficient. It's more sufficient than we can even talk about. And so I just want to leave you with that encouragement to let you know that we love you. We're here for you. Anything that we can do to be a blessing to this family, we just let our family know. And we'll try to deliver to the best of our ability.